The Oakland A's season is unofficially over. And I say unofficially because technically we're not mathematically eliminated, but we're god awful. And it's unfortunate we lost this because we had the lead in certain parts of this game and a pretty decent lead. And it was also Chris Bassitt's first time on the mound since his big injury when he got a ball hit to his face against the White Sox. And it was kind of a cool moment to see him back, but it just looks like the A's, everything about this team is depressing right now. And that might seem really pessimistic, but if you take in this terrible ownership that is the A's ownership, then it is so depressing. And right now, not even really worried about the play on the field anymore. I'm worried about two things: keeping free agents, critical free agents like Starling Marte, Harrison, Chafin, Gomes, Canna, and a lot more. And more importantly, actually, I'm very worried about this right here. I'm not worried per se, but I want this to happen and I want to have the security. I would feel a lot better right now if I knew Howard Terminal was being built. I do think it will get built, but I mean, stuff falls through, right? So yeah, 6-5 final. The A's just choked at the end. But yeah, so in the bottom of the second, Elvis Andrus hit a sacrifice fly to center, and Chapman scored. So that got the A's on the board 1-0. The A's later took a 2-0 lead in the third inning. Kikuchi was pitching for Seattle. Gomes doubled to deep center, and Olsen scored, and then Canna singled to left, which brought in Gomes. So it was 3-0 in the third. And then the Mariners got on the board, however, when Toro doubled to right and Seager scored. So that was unfortunate. Murphy homered to center, though, in the fourth inning. So the A's extended their lead a little bit. It was 4-1. And then everything kind of went downhill. Raleigh homered to right for Seattle. Moore scored, so it was 4-3. Seattle's coming back. And then Haniger homered to right. He's been killing us. It tied the game up. And then Torrens homered. I mean, how do you allow that many homers? Diekman is credited with the loss in this game, and he really screwed us over. Our bullpen is terrible. And luckily, I mean, Olsen homered to right. Good for him. You know, I love to see that little victory for us, seeing Matt Olsen get a homer. But does it matter? No, it doesn't. We're terrible. 4-game sweep. We got swept to Seattle. It is just absolutely and utterly embarrassing to be an A's fan right now. Having a team that we had such high hopes on, and it's like not even the team I'm mad at necessarily. It's the ownership doesn't care. The A's could lose every single game of the season. They could go 0-162, and the ownership could still care less and not really care about getting players. And hopefully, like I said, this stadium becomes a real thing, because that's really what I'm worried about right now. But I would love to have a little bit more enthusiasm with the state of the ball club, right? I want to see the A's win a World Series. But unfortunately, when you're running baseball with like their ownership the way it is right now, it's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen in a long time until either John Fisher gets his act together and treats the fans better too, like not jacking up prices on things and alienating the fan base from the team, or he just straight up sells the team to someone that does care, which I think would be the much better scenario. But what do I know, right? Will that ever happen? I hope, but you know, it's just, if you're an A's fan, it's really hard to have hope about anything right now. About the future is screwing us because, you know, our free agents are probably going to walk. You know, the future of the ball club being in Oakland, that's at jeopardy, even though I've said it many times, I think they're going to stay, but you know, never can be sure with relocation, and we're screwed in the present because we're not making the playoffs. We're just a bad team. We're just a bad team. And it's unfortunate because we have great individuals. We have great individual players. And I feel terrible that these individuals have to go through all of that they have to go through. You know, all of this suffering, seeing the team just fall apart. But that's the way it is. So 6-5 final. Seattle takes the 4-game sweep, and we're entering the final 9 games of the year. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. See you guys later, and yeah, go A's.